So Lila's going to show how we achieve that sort of day look that's very natural, the colours that we use, the different ways we prime the skin, and the different actual foundations and products that get used. So how do we start, Lila?
So normally for a day look, we would opt for warm, bronzy, sort of natural skin tone shades. So we'll go through all the products, we'll show you the colours that we actually use, and we'll take it from there. So we start with prepping the skin. Okay. Our favourite primer, the Clarins Beauty Flash Balm. It's an oldie but a goodie. We're going to prep the skin.
And so does that just basically make it a smooth surface for the foundation to go onto?
Exactly. It helps the foundation to last longer. Gives the skin a really nice, dewy, luminous sort of effect, you know, which shines through the foundation. So it adds a luminosity to the skin.
Makes it healthy.
Healthy glow.
And why do you do eyes first and not after you've done the
I
skin?
like to do eyes first because I think you get a lot of fallout of eyeshadow dropping in through this area, and it's falling right on top of clean foundation, so it defeats the purpose. You've got to then clean it off, and then the foundation will always look a little muddy. So I prefer to get the eyes done, clean off underneath with the sponge, and then get a really flawless foundation.
Perfect.
To select Cover Up.
And does that need to be a colour that actually is...
Blends in with your skin tone, and if anything, half a shade lighter if you're doing on the eyes, because if it goes too dark on the eyelids, then you lose the intensity of your eyeshadow.
Okay. So Lila, what are we doing now with this lighter coloured...
I like to put a light base all over the eyelid because it gives me a nice even canvas. This one's also got a little bit of sheen, so it's a good way to start the eye. This is the MAC pigment in Naked, which is one of my favourites.
And it's really just about building up the colour, isn't it?
It is, layering and building from light pretty much to dark. Okay, so we've got the light colour on. I've put a warm medium shade, and now I'm going a little bit darker with a really warm bronzy brown, coming right into the corner of the eye, into the crease. It's called the socket. Coming in with a shade deeper again to really define that socket and lash line.
What is the one that you're using?
This is a MAC brush, and this is an eyeshadow blender brush, but I think with brushes you should invest in the best that you can afford.
Yep.
The important thing is to keep them cleaned regularly, learn about how to keep them clean, shampoo them, condition them, lay them out to dry once a week, and your brushes will always stay soft. If you invest in good brushes, that will last you a lifetime, and your eyeshadow application will be far better.
Perfect, okay.
Now we're going to tie it all together with the eyeline. So I like to do it in a powder first, so I use the MAC Carbon, which is a really nice matte black, and then I'll sometimes go over it with the liquid, but you can do it with liquid or with powder. Come in with an angle brush and bring it all together. And I'll show the liquid going on, and you might want to just shuffle that bit, seeing how it starts to come on.
Dirty. Oh, hang on, we haven't done mascara though.
No.
We're going to do mascara. We only put mascara on the bottom of my lashes, don't we?
That's right. And we use a mascara that is oil-free. We use a mascara that's oil-free and it's okay for the lashes.
Yeah. Okay, so eyes are done. And now we're going to do the face.
So to start the face, we're going to conceal. Come in under the eyes first and conceal.
Danger zone. How do you make it look so it doesn't look so powdery and so, you know, gets caught in those little lines?
Blending with good brushes, you know, using a little bit on the tip of your brush and blending it out until it literally blends in with your skin. A lot of people tend to just pat it under their eye, don't blend it out, and then it starts creasing, and you know, that's never a good look. Okay, so now that we've concealed under the eyes, taken out any red spots, and I tend to conceal in through the darker areas around the nose and under the chin to keep those a little bit lighter. Then we can come in and do the foundation.
Perfect. All about the foundation, and I have to say I get asked this question all the time. What is the foundation that we use?
So the one we love to use is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I tend to do a little bit of a combination of the Luminous Silk Foundation, and I also add some of the Fluid Sheer, which is like a gold highlight. So it just makes the skin look like it's glowing. We especially use this one for nighttime looks, but even during the day, just one little drop, which I'll show you what it looks like, You can see it's got more of a gold reflect.
Beautiful.
So I mix it into the foundation and it makes the skin look really luminous.
And you always use a brush, don't you, to put the foundation on?
I always use a brush because I think it just blends it out really well. I love the MAC foundation brush with the dual fibres of the synthetic fibres and the natural. It buffs it in really, really well. But look, some people prefer fingers and that's fine as long as you blend out really well and you blend out under the chin.
So now we're up to the best part, which is the contouring, which gives you the cheekbones, which, as we know, is very important. And I know you love these.
My two favourites are the NARS, the two Laguna and Casino. I tend to use both because Chyka's quite dark and olive, so I tend to, pick up on the Casino a little bit. So
and do you use that as an all-over or just on the...
I tend to just contour around the edges where I want definition of the face. So I come around with a really large brush and just come in under the cheekbone, around the side of the chin.
And suddenly I've got cheekbones.
That way we don't get a harsh line either. So coming in with the big brush and even blending it up into the hairline. So you get a bronzed effect all the way through, but we're keeping that centre of the face a little bit lighter. Moving on from the contouring, we go on to the blusher. So we blend this into the top of our contouring and along the top of the high point of the cheekbones. I love the NARS Orgasm blusher. They also have a few others, all with very exotic names. But I tend to use the peachier tones because I think it gives you a nice healthy glow.
Yes, we like the rosy cheeks.
We do. And I always blend it up into the brow bone a little and onto the forehead. Just gives you that sun-kissed sort of effect. So
I'm a little obsessed with my eyebrows. I've actually got them feathered, which means that they've been tattooed, but they always still need to be defined a little bit. So
especially when you've put foundation on, it tends to fade them back, so we'll always just define them with a little bit of powder and an angled brush and just come in where they might be a little more faded, quite often towards the end, so just to define them a little bit more.
Because it is actually all about a strong eyebrow at the moment, isn't it?
It's all about the eyebrows and they're the frame of the face. It anchors the whole face together.
So last but not least, the lips.
The lips.
Now I like a nude lip.
You do like a nude lip.
And Lila has tried many a time to give me a different colour and I can't do it, can I?
I send her many photos of a red lip. One day we might get there.
Yeah, one day.
We'll all know about it.
So you use an eyeliner first?
Yeah, I use a very neutral lip coloured or flesh coloured liner. I like the MAC Spice. It's probably one of my favourites.
And I think that's important, isn't it? You should always use a lip liner that matches your lip and doesn't, like it isn't too dark.
You don't want it too dark. You don't want it to be too defined and separate from the lip gloss colour.
And then you always use a lipstick as a base before a gloss,
lipstick
don't
as a
you?
base, I think it lasts longer. So I match it, I use a very nude lip colour all over, depending on what Chyka's wearing. Sometimes we'll go more pinky, sometimes more beigey. And then I'll get a coordinating lip gloss in the same shade.
And so this is now my face done for the day, which I think looks absolutely wonderful and I think you should all be able to do yourself at home. So thank you, Lila.
My pleasure.
I love it.